because you know full well my phone. Yeah.
That's why I left mine in the car.
Have you eaten today?
Yes, I had lunch.
I haven't had a fucking thing.
I had a sausage roll and a
You
bag
went
of
to
crisps.
McDonald's. How did you?
I had a coffee. I've had an apple and a coffee.
We are the best.
Eating well.
I've had a sip of coffee and a can of Monster.
I had a can of Monster at breakfast, so I'm as bad as you.
I've got the Shakes post can of Monster. Yeah. I don't know if that's all. Yeah, go on.
All right, we're all good. Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today at the Three Sisters kart track. You might remember we went racing around here a little while ago, but today we're doing something quite a lot different because we have got my old Lexus. It is here. And we've got a bit of a challenge. Me and Laddo are going to be going, well, up against each other to see who can set the fastest lap time with this car. Now, some of you might remember why I bought this car. Many years ago, it was bought for 900 quid to try and find the most exciting car I could. Life kind of got in the way, things changed. I never ended up doing this silly stuff like a track day with it that I planned, but that is all about to change.
Yes, I have kind of challenged Alex to, because I mean, we all remember FailRace of the days, the old, when you used to buy cars and used to do videos of them.
Yeah.
That's kind of gone out the window now because you've kept every single car you've pretty much got now.
Yeah, apart from the fact that two are broken and I've only got my sensible one with me. Let's forget that. Let's move on.
But you made a promise in some of those videos that it was a cheap car challenge and stuff like that. I bought this car off of you in the promise that we would do cheap car challenge and stuff like that. It's probably why the price was so low. Yeah. So, yeah, I've kind of challenged you here. So, like we say, going to be doing some laps in this. So, some work has been done to it.
I'm already noticing, the thing I'm noticing first.
Yeah, go on.
The aerodynamic tape.
Oh, yeah.
We've got going on up here.
Adds each individual kind of ply of tape adds a horsepower.
How many ply have you got on there?
Oh, I think there's about 3 layers.
That's a powerful Lexus we've got going on now.
So we have deduced that, yeah, the windscreen leaks like a sieve. Fortunately, the rain is not happening today.
It's a lovely day today.
But that was why the sunroof didn't work. Yeah. So I've had to replace all the sunroof and everything. What I have done though, in preparation for this, because the sunroof isn't exactly what we would really need for this. I mean, you could get a tan as you're going around, it's up to you.
If you're desperate.
Yeah, which I am, I'm very ghostly. But what I have done, fortunately, I set a donation goal on my channel and the donations came in by all the generous people thick and fast and they bought new tyres for it. And I actually was able to buy great tyres.
Yeah.
So these are Goodyear Eagle F1s, asymmetric 6, I remembered.
You remembered. He actually remembered, I'm very impressed.
It's not like it's written on the side of the tyre right in front of me. So we've got some...
They're the same tyres I have my RS6, I think. I have Eagle F1s on there.
No way.
Good tyres.
Oh, great. I know when they heat up, they're actually really good. What I have also done as well is I've upgraded the brake fluid. So, I know it sounds that.
No. It's actually really sensible. A lot of people don't think about that when you come to track days. That's something to actually really consider, I guess, with the cars. Is that the brakes are going to get warm. They don't normally work this hard.
And it's not actually the pad that gets the bit that causes the brake fade. Did you know that? It's the brake fluid. So as the brake fluid gets hotter, it gets spongier. So that's where the brake fade comes in and the brake fluid. So I've upgraded it from a .3 to a .5.1, which is very high temperature brake fluid. It doesn't mean that we're not going to get brake fade. I'd like to point that out.
Yeah. We're not doing an endurance race with this car as well, we should point out. It's a 10-minute session. We're both getting 10 minutes. However, this is a road car. This is not, I mean, you can hear, you can probably see in the background of us, there are some very serious cars here. We've turned up with a 900 quid Lexus.
We have. Was it 900 quid?
When I bought it, yeah.
You sold it to me for 8.
Well, it didn't work when I sold it to you.
So it's even worse. Well, that is true, it didn't work, yeah. But yeah, the car itself, like you say, it's a budget car, it's your budget car, my budget car. It is still the FailRace Lexus, is what I call it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you say, we are going to be going up against...
There is a lot of serious machinery out here.
I have seen a Porsche, I have seen 5 Series, I've seen Escort Mark II.
There's a Monaro probably in the background of shot currently.
I might be in the way of saying Monaro, but there is a Monaro there. Plenty of how many Fiesta Super Sports are here?
There's a lot of Fiestas. There's a lot of Fiestas. Hell, on the drive-in, I went past an RX-7 and an Evo 6. So we've got some very serious cars. And this is covered in scratches and dings and more tape.
There's so much tape on this car. This car is held together by so much tape.
It's held together by tape.
It's unbelievable. But, so, the idea is, I'm going to go out, I'm going to set a blistering lap time.
we'll see.
I'm going to try to, and then you've got to beat it.
Yep.
That's it. Simple as that.
That's it.
Car's rigged up, it's all ready to go.
We have got tape and cable ties for cameras. We are very professional. The mic setup we're currently using is the most professional part of anything we've got here today.
Yes.
Everything else is cable tie and tape. A camera's going to fall off. I can guarantee you a camera's falling off.
Camera's falling off. It's going to get knocked into a different angle.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen.
It should be fun. Who knows what's going to happen?
We've already had 4 people not being able to turn up. Carly can't turn up. Chris can't turn up. Hyper can't. And Dangerman can't. We've had to get Ollie. Hello, Ollie behind the camera.
Ollie's the one here who is doing the camera for us currently, and that's it.
Ollie is the reason this is working.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, shall I get started?
Yeah,
I'll get
let's
going.
go.
I'll get on track.
Let's go.
And yeah,
let's see what happens.
I think that's the best way to go.
And while waiting for Laddo to go out, we all got distracted by a Mercedes. I mean, it was a very nice sounding Mercedes, and a very cool Mercedes, so I think that's perfectly understandable, really.
Right, I don't actually know if you can hear me. I've just found a problem. I am too tall to race my car with a helmet on, so I need to be down a bit lower. I'm a bit too tall. But so for the first one, I'm going to leave traction control on for now. So yeah, here we go.
Not gonna lie, it's very weird seeing my old car wandering around on a racetrack.
So now it is time for voiceover, Alex, to interject a little bit. You see, we had all of the camera gear set up fairly well. We have a microphone on the dashboard looking at the driver. We had a camera, as you saw, attached to the seat pointing forward. Now, the microphone for the driver, with the way the connectors that I had, the microphone for the driver had to be in the GoPro that was pointing forwards. Well, that's fine, no real problem. They're all recording and we can use the audio how we like. Except Laddo forgot to start the recording properly on the one pointing forward. So the only audio we have from in-car with Laddo was from the inbuilt microphone on the one pointing at the driver, which isn't perfect, but that was kind of all we had to use.
Let's get this Lexus warmed up, get these tyres warm, nice and warm. Don't have to be amazing. Don't have to be hot lapping. Whoa! Okay. I have found a problem. The leather seats do not hold me very well. Oh man, this is an issue.
So we had come across the first little problem. I was busy getting distracted as well while I was doing laps. There was an MX-5 Cup battle going on, which, I mean, these things are actually very, very fast. There's no doubt they were rapid cars. I believe one of them, I think the silver one, had a turbo going on. They were rapid, and I got distracted filming them when I was supposed to be filming the Boaty Lexus. It's fine, it hadn't got too far while we were watching them. It's a very, very big boat. Watching it go through the corners compared to the Mazdas.
Nice and easy. Right. I don't even know how we're timing this. I've forgotten. How are we actually going to time it? Right, so there's a Mini on track. There's a Scooby. Right, up here. This gearbox is absolutely shit for tracks. Come on. Nice and gently. Let it go round. Bit of power there. Way. Nice and gently. Oh man, this thing is a boat! Absolute boaty boat face. Come on, Laddo. Let's get a blister in time. Yes! Up to nearly 80 miles an hour on the back straight. No yellow flag this time, which is good. I wonder how my lap times it's going to do. Alright, nice and early on the brakes on the downhill. Carry the momentum through the corner. And that gearbox just will not help me out. It's so lethargic, the gearbox. Right, I can see some cars coming up behind me, so this is going to be a cool down lap.
So we were finding little niggles with the car. It was very big and heavy, but that was to be expected. The gearbox wasn't great. Also, kind of things that were expected to be difficult were things that we were expecting to be difficult when it came to driving it around. So, you know, it was the challenges, but we were both going to have the same car at the end of the day.
I was trying to do this tactically. Okay, nice and easy on this incliney bit. Leave it in third. There's no point in touching the gear stick at all, mainly because it's an automatic. But what I mean is, if it's a semi-ish thing, then we go very much Boaty on the way out. Come on, Lexus. This is what you were made for. Right on the apex. There we go. Brake just a little. I just don't have the confidence right yet. This does feel like much better lap though. Whether or not it is going to be, I have no idea. This thing is an absolute lemon. Oh, there's a bit of brake fade. I can feel a bit of brake fade going on. I don't even know if you can hear me, but I'm talking absolute shite anyway. Right, a bit of an easier lap. The steering's gone very light.
I think Laddo might be going for it on this lap. The amount of leaning the Lexus has very much suggests it.
It was genuinely true. You could tell when the Lexus was being on more of a push lap by how much the car was leaning through the corners. A couple of other, I say slight tech issues, as you could hear. So the microphone that I had on, or either of us had on when we were stood up here filming the car from distance, liked to pick up the music that was playing around the track. So I'm really hoping we're not going to get copyright striked. So that's why VoiceOver Alex is busier in this one than was initially intended. Also, I mean, we had a tripod, but the way we were positioned up here, it wasn't really a tall enough tripod. So the camera did get a little bit shaky while we're trying to zoom in across the other side of the track. It was the best that we could do. We're not exactly professionals when it comes to this. But yeah, as it came around, the Lexus was going to cross the finish line, and that would be the end of Laddo's run with the car, and well, Laddo would have some things to say.
And there's the checkered flag. Yes! Laddo comes out number one. Yes! Laddo is number one. That's honestly the best I could do in the current setup that I've got. I know that there were times I could probably be a little bit braver, but as you can see, as you can hear, I'm out of breath. And yeah, I think that was, if you haven't done a track day before and you've got a car, it doesn't matter what car you've got, the worse the better, the more fun. Just go out and have a fucking great time. Just don't bin it. Which I haven't binned it, which is the main thing, which is pretty good. So
it was indeed important. The car wasn't wrecked, so we would get it back, we'd swap over, and it would be my turn to go and set out with the Lexus and see what I could manage. Now, we remembered, we realised I hadn't turned the camera on, so I made sure to you know, have the GoPro on and have audio working this time.
So I don't know if this is going to put more pressure on me or not, but it does rather look as if I'm going to be going out all on my own, which means I can't really use any excuses at all. Well, I'm sure I can come up with some, but there's not much to be done. Yeah. I mean, okay, I'm a little bit nervous. I have never had a car on a track. Actually, no, tell a lie. I drove a Nissan GTR a long time ago. That was with an instructor. I've never gone out in my own car or not even technically my own car on this one. If we bid it, Laddo's walking home, which, while funny, I'm not going to try and do. We're just going to talk nonsense. I feel like that's what we're doing here. It's probably will get cut. I don't know. Or Carly will edit it and she'll make me look like a lunatic. Also very possible. But yeah, it does look like we're going to be going out on our own. It does look like I have little in the way of excuses for my performance if I end up slower than Laddo. I don't know the track. If I James May it, it'll be funny, and it's okay because I'll say it's okay. I get lost. No one else is behind me, but
So, with racing driver excuses out of the way, it was time to get going.
Right, we are off, we are away. We have got an MX-5 following us.
And yes, that was the sound of the microphone deciding to turn off. I think I managed to nudge the power button while sliding about in the seat. We had all of one corner of working actual proper microphone. So it was back to the dashboard mic, which it's safe to say my voice, I wasn't speaking as loudly as Laddo. It doesn't pick me up quite as well as Laddo. Technical difficulties are just the best thing in the world.
Right, well, we've got a FailRace video because we've actually both. As if Highway to Hell has just started when Alex starts driving.
And then we had other audio issues of the speakers. I think Laddo might have been positioned ever so slightly differently, and the music was loud, and once again, it was getting in the way of the commentary because the microphones apparently just really wanted to pick up some sort of sound. And if one of us wasn't talking, said sound was going to be that of the speakers. But yeah, I did end up going out on my own. There were a couple of other cars, including one of the very, very fast MX-5s around the place. And a lot of the opening laps were first of all me learning the track, and a lot of it was trying to keep out of the way of the faster cars. Just kind of let them go because, yeah, everything was going to be considerably quicker, although Laddo did get a little bit confused with cars.
I bet in that car it looks absolutely ridiculous paced, but out here it just looks like he's going for a drive. Oh, he's letting the MX. No, he's let the MR2 go. No, it's not an MR2. It's a Porsche. You dope.
I mean, outside of the entertaining confusion of Laddo trying to figure out cars, he was certainly not wrong about the impressions. In fact, timed almost perfectly was me talking away in the car.
I know this will not look as quick on the outside as it feels in here. I know it won't be. Okay. Jump on the brakes, throw the car in, up the hill we go. I don't know how much speed I dare take over here. Well, I think we can get away with later there than we actually are, but still. Right, need to start trying to figure out a solid braking point, really, which is not really found. It's a really tight corner. I know why you need bucket seats in a car like this when we're doing this. Well, I say bucket seats. You just don't need full comfort seats for this. You can tell I'm concentrating by the fact that I've gone quiet, which is very rare for me. Okay. I'm just going for it. Just bury the throttle. It rolls like an absolute ferry, but it's great fun. Still, I feel like there could be so much more speed there. Right, we might go for just a cool down lap now. I think I'm not being aggressive enough with the brakes. I think that's where I can find some speed. I think we can be later on the brakes in a couple of places. Got no cars anywhere around us at the moment. So let's just have a little bit of a breather. Right. I've been too early on the brakes. That's the way to get there. Open diff kicked in to kick it, well, not really sideways, around. I mean, it's going, it's not necessarily the best. Now, I want to be aggressive and attack the curve a little bit down here. You know it's tempting, but you don't want to actually launch it up onto its side or anything silly. Too much understeer on the way in there. No, it's not very good. Right. It was going well, and then it wasn't going well. Too much understeer again. Through there. Oh, I mean, we're giving it a good workout. The budget Lexus is having one hell of a day out. Right, here we go. Stamp on the brakes, turn it into the first corner. I think I should turn it a little bit too soon through here. I'm fed up of sliding around everywhere, that's for sure. Right, stamp on the brakes again. And try and pick it up the hill. And we are going to feed it down here. Might be a little wide on the way in. Throw it through here is good. Now this is what's been catching me out. This is what I've been struggling with. It's much neater this time around. Understeer a little bit. Right. Power, understeer, power. It's leaning so much. I see a Citroen. Right, last time around I got a little bit wide. This time around, that's better. Much better. Loads of understeer still as we dive under brakes for the final corner. I can actually hear the tyres complaining in all of this. Right, we're going to have a cool down lap, I think. Oh. That's the first time I got really big tyre complaining. Right there. A lot of understeer heading down that hill. That section, car was not interested in it.
And while I had been trying to get my lap in, Laddo had found something to complain about.
This camera's heavy after a while, Alex.
He's not wrong, actually. The camera does get quite heavy towards the end of the session, as you can tell by the camera getting a little bit more shaky the further it goes through. But Laddo had also spotted, well, a little bit late, but the potential for something.
Oh, the MX-5's coming up behind. Is that the C1? When did the C1 join the track? Can Alex catch the C1? Right, Alex, new challenge. You've got to get the C1. Okay, right. Now, I know Alex wants to catch it. Have you got time, mate? That's the question. Have you got time to catch the C1?
So, with the C1 in my sights and an MX-5 out of the way, it was the time for the Lexus to shine. The one vehicle that we were probably faster than around the circuit, and it was my goal to try and catch it and do something glorious for the Lexus.
There's the C1. Hang on. Oh, Alex has easily got the C1 because it's going to let him out of the way. Alex is going to overtake someone. There it goes, slowly overtaking the C1 on the inside. He overtook someone, I can't believe it. This Lexus is now almighty. Can Alex get away from the C1 though? That is the question.
So, there we had it. The Lexus actually got an overtake. I know a track day overtake and everything, but still, the Lexus passed something. It was faster than something, which was fantastic. Unfortunately, the overtake had cost me a chance at another flying lap as we came round the final corner, and that was going to be the end of the session. A little bit of a shame, but an overtake is still pretty damn good going.
We're not going to get one more. That is that. Oh. Whew. I mean, there were a couple of good laps in there. There were a couple of good laps in that one. Oh, that was amazing fun. That was so much fun. I felt like I want to keep going. I want to keep going. I want to learn the track better. I want to know where to brake better. That's what's letting me down. Is I don't think I was aggressive enough under braking. I think I was aggressive through the corners. I was just not aggressive enough under braking there. Oh. And there we go. Well, I don't know the lap time. I don't know. A couple of it kind of felt good, but yeah, who knows if it's going to be good enough. Oh. For what was bought as a 900 quid budget car, this is amazing fun. It really is. It really is such good fun, this. Oh. Yeah, I know where I've lost. The thing is, I know where I've lost lap time. However, I still had an awful lot of fun. It felt so quick inside, and I know it didn't look fast. I know it didn't look fast. From the outside, probably. However, that was a hell of an experience. All right, do we want to do each end? Do you want to do a different ending?
I think we should do them both. But I think we should even leave us discussing it in at the end. Right?
Just have this bit in. Have this bit in.
Leave this bit in. Right.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Have a leaderboard here. Yeah. So I'm editing
leaderboard
this.
in the middle, and then I'll go first because there's probably likely that I'm not going to win that now. So I'll go. Sure. Yeah, win, FailRace. That'll do.
Right, that's your. I mean, okay. I'm much more low key, which is going to be, you know, it was a good competition. I respect the challenge, but I'm also very, very happy. Exactly. Yeah. We'll go
Congratulations on your win.
Just a nice high class affair with whatever the lap times are.
At this moment, we don't know.
We're not sure.
We kind of forgot to time them.
Well, we didn't have enough people. With the amount of cameras we had going on, we couldn't juggle everything. However, it was amazing fun.
It was good fun.
It was fantastic fun. And the best bit is, this Lexus I bought, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago for 900 quid, did everything.
It's still going strong.
Everything we could have asked of it. It was fantastic fun. Neither of us crashed.
No. It now has the lovely aroma of good years in the air.
Yeah, it's quite warm still.
Oh, it's very warm. It is very toasty around these brakes.
Yeah. Well, there we go. I mean, this was a huge amount of fun. I mean, it goes to show you don't need to spend a huge amount of money on a car to have fun on a track day. Yes, I got one overtake. We got one overtake, but it was about the only car we could have overtaken here. However, it doesn't matter the fact that it wasn't as quick as the MX-5s or Porsches that were going around.
Of course, it was you that got the overtake, and I'm going to be jealous about that.
Laddo, shall we ever annoyed that I overtake a Citroen around the track? But yeah, this has been a huge amount of fun. Hopefully, this is not the end for the Lexus in terms of videos either.
No.
Hopefully there shall be more stuff coming in the future, whether it be more stuff like this, whether it be something a little bit more adventurous. We'll have to wait and see how things pan out, because our organisation doesn't always go how it should do. So Ollie is also shaking their head at us with our organisation abilities. However, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.
Hey Alex, everyone. So Alex did say that you were going to see the Lexus again. Yeah, I did a thing